Hi grade 4, welcome to our third lesson of music this term. Today we're going to be looking at a slightly tricky, slightly quick moving, slightly harder piece than last week. Last week we did the same piece, but we did the melody. Today we're going to be doing the harmony. And boy, it's a doozy. So make sure you focus. We have a lot of notes here and we have a lot of quick moving notes. So we need to focus if we want to get this right. So no more wasting time. Let's get to the piece and let's see how to read the rhythm. All right, so let's start off by reading our rhythm. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ti, ti. So first thing we notice is the rhythm for line 1 and line 2 of this harmony are exactly the same. No difference in the rhythm. Slight difference in the notes over here in this last bar is different from that bar. But all the other notes are the same. Let's go to line number 3. This is where we have a lot of eighth notes. So let's focus. 3, go. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ti, ti. All right? So we have a lot of ti, 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 tas. Ti, 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 tas. Ti, 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 tas. Okay? So ti, 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 ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Very repetitive rhythm, but it's how the notes will move when we get to it. All right? And here it changes a bit. Instead of going ti, 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 ta, ta, it goes ti, 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 ta, ti, ti. Let's go line number 4. Ti, 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 ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ah. So everything in line 3 and 4 is exactly the same rhythm up until this bar, all right? So up until here. And then it changes into that last bar. All right, so now we can see we have a lot of TTs and tas. Let's now try and play it. Let's say our notes. We're going to go bar by bar, but we're going to try and move quickly. So let's get it. We have a G, then we have a same line, so another G. Right above it in the space, which is a because of face. Then again higher, B. So we're going upwards. 2 Gs, A, B. Let's try and play it. 3, go. Again. Now bar number 2, we're doing the opposite. Instead of going up, we're going down. So we're going B, A, G, F sharp. All right, so let's try that. 3, go. Again. And in fact, let's keep going bar number 3. We're going to keep this same pattern. We're going to keep going downwards until we reach D. So we're going to go B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. So let's go from B all the way until this D over here. 3, go. Again. And then let's climb back up to an F sharp, G. So we're going to go E, D, F sharp, G. Let's go from bar number 3. 3, go. Again. Let's go bar number 2 to bar number 3. Let's put bar number 1 to bar number 3. 3, go. And let's take it to bar number 4. Now this is where our eighth notes start to kick in. We have a G, then again another G, but then we go to D. So G, G, D. Then we have a in between. No, we're not going to go back that G. So G, G, D, F sharp, then F sharp, D. So let's try this first one. So G, G, D. 3, go. Again. Let's now try from the F sharp, D. Notice how it repeats that first note. So G, G, D, F sharp, D. Okay? So let's go F sharp, D. 3, go. Again. Let's now put this G, G, D, and the F sharp, D. 3, go. Again. By yourself. G, G, D, F sharp, D. All right, now let's try to put the whole of line 1 together. Nice and slow. All right, one more time. All right, good stuff. Now, if we've got line number 1, then we've also got most of line number 2, because this is exactly the same. We have G, G, A, B, G, G, A, B. B, A, G, F sharp, B, A, G, F sharp. E, D, F sharp, G, E, D, F sharp, G. It's only over here where something changes slightly. So let's try line number 2 of the harmony until bar number, this is 5, 6, 7, until bar number 7. 3, go. All right, so let's take it over here. We can see we have F sharp, D. All right, so F sharp, D. Let's try and play that together. 3, go. Again. Then we stay on our D, and then we go E, D. So we go D, E, D. Let's go. Again. Let's try the whole of bar number 8. 3, go. Again. By yourself. All right, let's try the whole of line number 2. 3, go. Let's put line number 1 and line number 2 together. 3, go. All right, now let's take it to the slightly trickier part, line number 3. So we have our T, 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 ta, ta. So we have here F sharp, D, G, D. Let's try that. 3, go. Again, let's go. Let's go. And let's go to our next bar. We have an F sharp D again, but this time G, A, G, D. So we're gonna go down and then leap, come back down. So let's try this one. F sharp D, 3, go. Now let's take it to our G, A. Let's put F sharp D, G, A together. 3, go. Let's go. Again. Then let's come back down to G, D, right? G, D, 3, go. Again. Let's put this whole bar together from the F sharp down to that D. 3, go. Slowly. Let's put this bar and this bar together. This is actually bar, this is 4, 8, this is bar number 9 and bar number 10. 3, go. Again. Let's take it to bar number 11. We now go F sharp, D, G, A, the same that thing we had here. F sharp, D, G, A, come back to G, doing the exact same thing. F sharp, D, G, A, G, but instead of a D here, we're going to go to a F sharp, okay? So let's try bar number 3, exactly the same as bar number 10, so sorry, not bar number 3, but bar number 11, but we have a F sharp. F sharp, D, G, A, G, F sharp. So let's try it. 3, go. Again. Let's try put bar number 9 until bar number 11. 3, go. All right, that's pretty tricky. Let's take it to bar number 12. Now we have a E, D. We're going to go down. E, D, back to E to F sharp. So let's try these two pairs of eighth notes. E, D, E, F sharp. 3, go. Then we take it to that G. 3, go. Again. And let's finish off with a B, A, B, A. Again. Let's put the whole of bar 12 together. 3, go. Again. Let's put from bar number 9 till bar 12. 3, go. Even slower. Then we take it to our last line from bar number 13 till bar 16. So let's start from here, from this B, A, G, D, G, D. Okay, let's try that from here. 3, go. Go. The reason I'm starting from here is so you can get used to that quick change from G, A, from B, A, G, D, G, D. Now let's take it from G, D, G, D, A, G, 3, go. A, G. Let's take it from that B, A, down to this A, G. 1, 2, 3. Again. And then we take it over here in bar number 13. We go G, D again, but then watch out over here, it goes A, D. So G, D, A, D. All right, so let's try that. 3, go. Again. And let's finish it off. G, F sharp, 3, go. G, F sharp. Let's put this whole bar together from the G, D, A, D, G, F sharp. 3, go. Again. Let's put these two bars together. 3, go. Now let's take it to the last two bars. Just in case I say it wrong, this is bar 13, bar 14, bar 15, bar 16. Let's take it to bar 15. So we have we're going down. A, we're going E, D, then then F sharp, G. So let's try that. EDs, 2 EDs. 3, go. Again. Again. Then we take it to F sharp, G. Go. Again. So let's take it to that last bar. We have a F sharp, D, D. All right, so let's try to play that F sharp, D. 3, go. And then we hold that D for 2 beats. 3, go. Again, go. Let's try the whole of line number 4. 3, go. Let's try to put line 3 and line 4 together. Now this one you need to concentrate because they're going to move very quickly. So let's take it slow. From here, let's go. Alright, so that's a lot of notes right there. So you need to take your time to practice line number 3 and line number 4 with harmony to get really good. For now, let's try to put the whole piece together. 3, go. Woo! All right, pretty interesting. But now, to make it even better, let's see what it sounds like when you put it together with the melody. Alright, grade 4s, so that's how you play Ode to Joy. Make sure you take your time with it if you really want to get good, because you can do it, and it's a challenge. For those who put the work in it, they will be able to do it and it'll be very fulfilling. So have a go at this piece of music, this harmony for Ode to Joy. Be able to play both lines, and I would want to see how well you can do both of them. But I know you can do it as long as you put in the work. So practice hard, and I'll see you again for next week and see what we're going to be doing for our midterm assessments. Bye, grade 4.